Hi there, Original Soul. Welcome into this yoga flow where you'll get started in extended child's pose. So knees wider, toes more towards touching. Slide your palms forward. Let your head, chest get closer to the floor. Let yourself settle in right here. Maybe take a couple deep rounds of breath to help clear your energy and help settle you right here into this time and space. Let's do a scan. Notice how your body feels, where you're tense, where you're loose, so you can keep those things in mind as you move through this practice. And if you'd like to bring an intention into your practice, you can bring that thought, that motivation, dedication to the front of your mind. You're always welcome to join me in my intention this week of I allow flow. How can you use your breath and body to flow with the energy that you're met with? Whether it's challenge, ease, or something in between. So you can observe instead of react. All right, let's send out our intentions together with breath. Take a big breath in, fill up with your intention. And big exhale out, share your breath, share your thought. Bring yourself up to all fours, tabletop pose, and start to move around in a way that feels good. You can do something for your head, your wrists. Move through your sides. You could even do something for your toes. Then bring yourself to a neutral tabletop. On an inhale, bring your right arm up, sweep it open to the ceiling. On your breath out, start to add in wrist circles, arm circles, half circles to loosen up your shoulder. Today we'll be doing some twisting, so try to keep your hips level with the ground. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Fish your right arm through your left. Maybe the cheek of your face touches the ground. Option to keep your hand right where it is, or extend your left arm forward. You can press into your left palm. Relax your chest, relax your face. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Bring your palm back in front of your face. Inhale, right arm, sweep it open. Exhale, tabletop pose. Other side, inhale, left arm, open it up to the ceiling. And as you breathe, those same wrist circles, half circles, arm circles. You notice if your left hip has wanted to twist up with your shoulder, try to keep it level. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. You have those similar options for this side. If you've extended your right arm long, press into your palm to add sensation by your shoulder and armpit. And relax into it. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Bring your right hand in front of your face. Inhale, left arm up. Keep your hips level, pointed to the ground. Exhale, tabletop pose. Let's warm up the spine a little bit more. Inhale, cow pose. Let your belly dip down, your chin go up. Exhale, cat pose. Really push the floor away, drive down into your palms. Inhale, cow. Stretch for your belly and your neck. Exhale, cat. Now round your spine, pull in your core. Inhale, cow. Expand the chest, expand the belly. Exhale, cat. Now round through your spine. Back to a neutral tabletop. And move into a puppy dog pose. So keep your hips above your knees and start to bring your arms forward. Maybe your elbows bend and touch the ground. Maybe they do not. Perhaps your chin can touch the ground. Think of a playful puppy. Don't hold this too long. Just a good, deep stretch for the shoulders. right, start to walk yourself back to tabletop. And from there, go into downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Maybe there's some movements right when you get there, bending, unbending into knees, up and down on toes. Maybe you look towards one arm and then the other. Just checking in, giving a little attention to your legs. And always keep a little bend to your elbows in your downward facing dog. All right, go ahead and look forward. Then find a forward fold. Make your way to the top of your mat. So maybe it's a couple little steps to get up there. Perhaps you take a big lunge step. Maybe you've got a hop forward. Wherever you land in your fold, let's take a moment right here. You can always use a block under your hands to bring the floor a little closer. Any amount of a bend in your knees, add a little movement if you want. You can move your balance around, stretch out your legs. Start to let your head and chest just drape down towards the floor. And find a little stillness in your fold. Let your head relax even more. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your legs. Level your torso to the floor. Keep breathing right here. Shift your weight more towards your toes. This is about length through the back of your spine, your neck. So a tiny tuck of your chin. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Let your head release. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up, reach tall. Exhale, hands at heart center. Right, option here to adjust the distance between your feet. They're not going to move for the next few rounds of flow. So feel grounded and centered. And we'll move. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up tall. Keep breathing right here. Re-engage through your legs. Squeeze the muscles above your kneecaps. Pull your core in. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, little back bend. Let your elbows go wide. Push your chin up towards the ceiling. Maybe your eyes find something new along the ceiling or the sky. Keep your glutes squeezed. Inhale, mountain pose. Stretch out. Exhale, fold. Any arm variation that feels good for your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Good breath in. Straighten out your spine. Exhale, fold. Let your upper half release. Inhale, mountain pose. With your breath, rise up, get tall. Exhale, hands at heart center, thumbs towards your chest. Let's do it again. Inhale, mountain pose, breath to movement. Exhale, little back bend, open your chest. Inhale, mountain, reach. Exhale, fold, glide down. Inhale, halfway lift, actively press into your hands. Exhale, fold, a good surrender. Inhale, mountain pose, find a lift. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, little back bend, pull your elbows back. Inhale, mountain, feel the stretch through your ribs. Exhale, fold, glide towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lift with your breath. Exhale, fold, surrender with your exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, spring up tall. And exhale, hands at heart center. All right, we'll move on to another part of the flow. Inhale, mountain pose, tallest yet. Exhale, chair pose with your hands at heart center. Again, any distance between your feet. It can be as low or as high as you want to be in your chair. Get your thumbs towards your chest. Gently press your palms. Feel a straight line of energy through your spine. Take a breath in. Now exhale, twist. Left elbow towards right knee. It does not have to touch. You just notice that twist around your spine. And maybe you take a peek at your knees. Notice if your right knee kind of tracked back a little bit. Level it back up with your left knee to keep your hips in line. All right, rotate back to center. Exhale, fold, release it. Let that feel good for your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back. Stack your left knee over your left ankle, and then option to bring your right knee down to the ground and add a stretch. For this first round through, we'll take it nice and slow, walk through everything, add in some good stretchy movements along the way. Just something that feels good for your calf, for your hips. Always an option to use blocks. All right, when you're ready, get back to your low lunge. Get your hips level, engage through your right thigh. And then in this flow, I will cue on an inhale to step your foot in for pyramid pose. So step your back foot in so you can ground your heel to the ground. Your toes can be angled slightly outward to help with balance. Try to keep your hips level and start to straighten out your front left leg. Keep a tiny bend in your knee. And then on an exhale, we'll have an option to relax your head a little bit more. Again, you can use blocks for a support. Just check in with your balance, maybe even release your fingertips for a moment and just see if that makes you feel wobbly. All right, now reground. And we'll cue on an inhale. I'm going to call it L stand. Really, I want you to get more weight in your front foot and start to hover your right foot off the ground. Exhale, low lunge. Set your right foot back down. Get the stack of your knee. All right, inhale, crescent lunge, big transition, mountain pose arms, lift your torso, keep breathing right here. Get a good lift of your right heel up to the ceiling. Keep the stack of your left knee over your left ankle. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart center, gentle press of your palms. Now on an inhale, find a hinge forward. Keep your core pulled in. Exhale, twist, right elbow towards left knee. Again, doesn't have to touch. Stay engaged through your right leg. Lift your right heel. All right, now rotate yourself back to that hover. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Align your shoulders. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up tall. Exhale, low lunge. Get grounded through your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high, or you could do this from a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop. Let's do a round of breath. Full breath in. Full breath out. Right, inhale, look forward towards the top of your mat. And exhale, fold. Take your option to get forward. Inhale, halfway lift, press into your palms. Exhale, fold, lift your hips a little higher. Inhale, mountain pose, stretch up tall. Exhale, chair pose with your hands at heart center, other side. Take a full breath in, find length through your spine. Exhale, twist right elbow towards left knee. Again, doesn't have to touch. We'll take it a little slower just this first time through. And notice your knees if you have to push one of your knees more forward. All right, rotate back to the hover. Now exhale, fold, let your head relax. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten out your spine. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps back this time. And an option to bring your left knee to the ground. Add that stretch. Maybe something feels good for your right calf or for your hips. Just to warm up a little bit for this side. Loosen up before we get into the flow. All right. When you're ready, back to your low lunge. Engage through your left heel, your left thigh. You can always keep your knee on the ground. All right. Inhale, pyramid pose. Step your back foot in, ground through your heels. Start to straighten out your front right leg. Keep a little bend to your knee. And then notice your hips. One of them may have twisted a little bit. You might need to angle your right hip towards the back wall a little. An option to relax your head on this side. And maybe you play around with your balance and release your fingertips a little bit. Drive into both of your feet. All right, reground through your palms. Inhale, L stand. Get the weight in your right foot. Start to hover your left heel any amount off the ground. And exhale, low lunge. Maybe you take it slow. Get your left foot back down to the ground. And get set up for your transition. Inhale, crescent lunge. Core in. Sweep your arms up nice and tall. Keep breathing right here. But get your biceps by your ears. Reach your left heel up to the ceiling. Then bring your hands to heart center. Find a hinge forward. Keep that good bend of your front knee over your ankle, and then add your twist. Left elbow towards right knee. Again, does not have to touch. Just notice that twist around your spine. Rotate back to your hover. Now align your shoulders over your hips. Take a breath in. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, low lunge, ground through your palms. Inhale, three-legged dog, right toes high, or take this from tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do a round of breath. Full inhale breath. Full exhale breath. All right, look forward. Now exhale, fold. Maybe lead with the opposite foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel a little light. Bring in new energy. Exhale, fold. Let your head surrender. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up. Exhale, chair pose with your hands at heart center. Breath to movement. Inhale, straighten out your spine. Exhale, twist left elbow towards right knee. Inhale, rotate back to your hover. Exhale, fold. Allow that to release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back. Inhale, pyramid pose. Step your right foot in. Ground through your heel. Exhale, release. Inhale, L stand. Weight in your left foot. Hover your right heel. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up tall. Feel that through your ribs. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, find your hinge forward. Exhale, twist right elbow towards left knee. Use control. Inhale, rotate back to that hover. Exhale, shoulders over your hips. Inhale, crescent lunge, biceps by your ears, reach up higher. Exhale, low lunge, ground your palms to the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale breath. Full exhale breath. Right. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, your option. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right, next side, inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart center, chair pose. Inhale, length through your spine, thumbs towards your chest. Exhale, twist, right elbow towards left knee. Inhale, rotate back to the hover, use control. Exhale, fold, allow a release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps back, stack your right knee. Inhale, pyramid pose, step your left foot in. Exhale, option 2, release and relax your head. Inhale, L stand, weight in your left foot, lift your right heel any amount. Exhale, low lunge, plant your left foot back down. Inhale, crescent lunge, use control, reach your arms up, get your core in. Exhale, hands at heart center, lift your left heel. Inhale, find that shift forward. Exhale, twist left elbow towards right knee with control. Inhale, rotate back to your hover. Great job. Exhale, stack your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms on the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog, right toes high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale breath. Full exhale breath. Get forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good breath in. Exhale, fold, gentle release. A little change this time. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, rise up. Exhale, chair pose with your hands at heart center. Get as low as you want to go. Inhale, chair pose, change here. So stretch your arms out, stay in your chair, biceps by your ears. Exhale, fold, allow a release. Inhale, halfway lift, connect your movement with your breath. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back, get grounded through your palms. Inhale, pyramid pose, step your right foot in. All right, now breathe here, start to get set up in your legs. We'll take a little variation on this side. So once you get your legs set up, find more of a halfway lift in your back, an option to try to find a different arm variation in this pyramid. Notice how this feels with your balance, how your leg muscles might fire up. You could do hands at heart center, a chest expansion, whatever makes sense. All right, now release back down towards the ground. We'll move into L stand. L stand, weight in your left foot, hover your right heel. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep your arms up tall, use your core. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and we'll add a change here as well. Now step in your back foot for pyramid again. Now taking it from standing, so it may feel a little bit different. Get your legs set up, check in with your hips, and then find an arm variation here. Maybe it's similar to what you just did, and start to move towards a halfway lift in your back. And notice how your hips may start to twist and move. You may want to drive into your front left foot, angle your left hip back a little bit. And now option to relax your head towards the ground, ground your palms on the floor or a block. And if you wanted to add a twist here, right palm on the floor, maybe hover your left arm out to the side, see how that feels. And then any amount, start to twist. Keep your hips still, your base sturdy like a statue. Start to twist through your side any amount. Your left arm may open up a little bit higher, a little bit more to the ceiling. All right, start to release your left arm back to the floor if you moved it. Get set up and grounded. Inhale, L stand, weight in your left foot, hover your right heel. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, left toes high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do a round of breath. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Take your option to get to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Do the other side. Inhale, mountain pose. Get tall, tallest yet. Exhale, chair pose with your hands at heart center, maybe as low as you're going to go. Inhale, chair, length from hips through fingers. Exhale, fold. Let your hips go high, head go low. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot back. Inhale, pyramid pose. Same changes as you breathe. Option to find a little more balance through your legs, get more of a halfway lift through your spine, an arm variation that makes sense to you. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other. Find length in your neck. And maybe you start to re-release towards the ground. Let your head relax for a moment. All right, inhale, L stand. Weight in your right foot. Hover your left heel. Exhale, low lunge. Set your left foot down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Use the strength in your legs, the strength in your core. Exhale, hands at heart center. Same change on this side. Go ahead and step in your left foot. Ground through your left heel. Straighten your right leg. Keep that little bend in your knee. Maybe a shimmy with your hips. Whatever arm variation you wanted to find. And start to move towards a halfway lift in your spine. So level your torso to the ground. Take it slow. Notice where your hips start to twist or move. Really drive into both of your feet. Use your breath to help control. And then allow yourself to release closer to the ground. If you wanted to take that twist option on this side, your left hand on the ground or a block, Maybe you start with a hover of your right arm out to the side. Just check in with how that feels. And then any amount of twisting your right arm more open. It's okay if one side feels more wobbly than the other, or one side is really more sturdy today. Just observe these things as you start to lower back down to the ground. Get set up. Inhale, L stand. Weight in your right foot. Hover your left heel. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right toes high. Stay grounded through your palms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Full breath in. Full breath out. All right, from downward facing dog, we're going to move into half pigeon. So you can bring your right toes high, three-legged dog. And then draw your right knee behind your right wrist. Any amount of angling your right toes towards the upper edge of your mat. Maybe you slide your left toes more behind you. And push down into both of your hips, level them out a little bit. Might feel good to stick a block under your right seat or even under your chest, your forearms, or your head. And you can allow your chest to get closer to the floor and try to relax a little more through your body in this shape. Done a lot of hard stuff standing, using your core, especially with that twisting. Right now you get to relax your leg muscles, your thighs. You get to give your core a break. Soften everything through your face. And now notice if you're met with some challenge, the more you try to find ease with your body. How can you use the flow of your breath right here, right, to stay still and settled? And take 2 more rounds of your breath. Try to keep that breath pace slow and steady. Take 1 more round of your breath. Try to make that as slow as you can. Just practice a little patience, a little stillness, dedication to this posture. When you're ready, press into your palms to help lift your chest up and take it extra slow. Notice what parts of you start to speak a little louder as you move. Some parts may be a little tender or sore. Move in a way that makes sense. It could be three-legged dog again. It could come to a tabletop and just find some movement for your right knee or right hip. Maybe a sort of up dog or seal pose. Never a rush to move from side to side. Always being mindful. All right, but when you are ready, other side. And start with your left toes high from three-legged dog or three-legged tabletop. And then bring your left knee behind your left wrist. And similar thing for this side of the body. Start to angle your left toes up towards the top of your mat. You could always use a block under your left seat, under your arms, your forehead, your chest. Maybe sit up a little taller, try to get your shoulders stacked closer over your hips just for a moment before you lower your chest closer to the ground. And see if you can find a similar level of stillness, of ease with your physical body. Notice if that fires up a little bit of challenge or intense sensations, how you can use your breath, your calm and steady mindset to stay centered and grounded, even through tense or stressful sensations. And just work to relax head to toe, as many muscles as you can. Then connect to one deep round of your breath. This breath gets to be at your pace. If you can, make it slow, patient, and dedicate that time to this posture. When you have emptied out from your exhale, start to move out of your half pigeon. Really use your arm muscles and your hands to help lift your chest. Unwind your left leg in a way that feels good to your body, to your hip. Right? Sensations may change as you add in movement. And again, never a rush to get through those movements, always being mindful with your beautiful body. All right, and then from here, lower down to your belly. Find a Sphinx pose next. And so you can either have elbows under your shoulders. If that feels like a little bit too much for your spine, you can start to slide your elbows more forward. You could even rest your chin on your crossed arms. Or you could go more intense with a seal pose. Wherever you want to land in the Sphinx pose, hold this for a couple moments. Try to relax your legs, relax your hips and your belly. Just check in with your breath pace. Might get a little shallower as you find this gentle heart opener. Give a little love to your low spine. All right, find another breath here. Good inhale breath. And a good exhale breath. Just being patient with your breath. And when you are ready to come out of this shape, you can either lie all the way down onto the ground. Maybe do that for a moment. Then eventually press yourself back to traditional child's pose. So bring your hips closer to your heels, sort of like a little ball-like pose. Feel grounded through your shins. Maybe you tuck your head closer to your knees. You could let your arms go along by your sides and let this feel like a nice release and relief for your low back. And take this as an opportunity to connect inward. Option 2, revisit your intention that you may have set at the beginning right here. And then know, yogi, today that this is where I will leave you. You can decide to finish out your practice right here. If there are some additional movements that you'd like to find, take those to finish out your practice. You could always come to lie down for a few moments, whatever makes sense to you today. Right? This is your flow, so take your options that make sense to close out your practice. I want to thank you for joining me and letting me be a part of your yoga practice. And until next time, peace.